Hello everyone, Namaste and welcome to Keep On Learning. Today we have chosen the topic of developments in Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh after the abrogation of Article 370. So let's know what are the developments have been happened till now after the abrogation of 370. Number 1. Steep decline in terrorism. Terrorism was one of the greatest banes afflicting the former state of Jammu and Kashmir. Pakistani terrorists, with the help of radical Kashmiris and the separatist politicians, intruded into Jammu and Kashmir and from there to the rest of the country to carry out their nefarious activities. But after the abrogation of Article 370, there has been a marked decline in the number of terror-related incidents, and there have been 70% reduction in 2021 compared to 2019. Number 2. Local Jammu and Kashmir politicians lose their political capital. The Muftis, the Abdullahs, the Hurriyat leaders and the other separatists once held sway in the Jammu and Kashmir's fractious politics. They allowed Jammu and Kashmir to continue to remain a festering issue so that their political interests were served. But abrogation of Article 370 threw spanner in the works of these leaders who had come to consider Jammu and Kashmir as their personal fiefdom. Number 3. Growth and development. To bolster economic growth and development, the Jammu and Kashmir administration has so far signed more than 168 Memorandum of Understandings worth Rs 13,600 crores for investments. Additionally, 6,000 acres of government land has been acquired for setting up industries in the state. Earlier, some constraints discouraged industrialists and large organizations from investing in Jammu and Kashmir. But after abrogation of Article 370, all the obstacles that come into path of development were removed as the government placed its focus on providing an impetus to business and the economy. The Jammu and Kashmir Infrastructure Development Finance Corporation has been set up to provide financial support to various projects that were commissioned years ago but were yet to be completed. The infrastructure outlay under Prime Minister's development program increased from 27% to 54%. The swift pace at which the projects are being completed can be gauged from the completion of the Rambagh flyover in Srinagar, which has been pending for over 5 years. Rapid road construction has been one of the hallmarks of the Modi government. The centre has hit the ground running on the plethora of road construction projects, including the Jammu-Akhnur Road, Chenani-Sudh Mahadev Road and many others. More than 30% of the Jammu Ring Road has been completed. Projects of around 6,000 crores have been sanctioned and 506 projects have already been completed. In addition to this, hydro projects that were in the state of abeyance for more than 5 decades, such as Uj and Shapur Kandi, has been expedited. Emphasis has been placed on the development of 14 sectors for investments, which includes tourism, hydropower, electricity, education, health and etc. In a bid to bring ease of doing business, more than 130 administrative reforms have been undertaken by the central government. Education sector was another focus area. 7 new medical colleges have been initiated, 4 of which have already started functioning. The medical seats have also increased from 500 to 955 in colleges. The world's highest railway bridge over River Chenab in Jammu and Kashmir was completed in April 2021. It is expected to connect the valley with the rest of the India for the first time by 2022. Number 4. Domicile rule and central laws now extend to Jammu and Kashmir. Laws such as Right to Education, Prevention of Child Marriage, Untouchability Act and many others could not be applied to Jammu and Kashmir because of existence of Article 370. But after abrogation, all the central laws have been extended to Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh. A new domicile rule was implemented which granted domicile to all persons and their children residing in the former state for 15 years or studied here for 7 years in educational institution in the Jammu and Kashmir. Marginal Hindu communities and the scheduled caste Valmiki communities, refugees from the West Pakistan, several of whom are the members of scheduled caste, and Gorkhas also get benefited from the new domicile law. Number 5. Property rights of women restored, their non-resident spouses made eligible for domicile. Women have been amongst the most disadvantaged section of the former state. Not only were they constitutionally denied rights, but their existing rights were also gradually eroded. Women who married men from outside Jammu and Kashmir were deprived of property rights, but this changed after the abrogation of 370. Women in Jammu and Kashmir are now able to buy real estate and transfer property to children even if they are married to a non-resident. Number 6. Rehabilitation of Kashmiri Pandits. The central government is taking every possible step to right the historical wrong of Kashmiri Pandits' exodus. As a part of its initiative to rehabilitate Kashmiri Pandits in the valley, the center announced special jobs for the community members under PM package. Number 7. Job reservations for locals in Jammu and Kashmir. Just after a month of abrogation of Article 370, the government has announced that all government jobs in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir will be reserved for the domiciles. And now let's see about the Ladakh also. After years of neglect, Ladakh gets its due recognition. As Kashmir always used to take center stage while Ladakh continued to live under Jammu and Kashmir's shadow, despite being significantly larger in size than the Jammu and Kashmir. Since the bifurcation, Union Territory of Ladakh has seen rapid development with new tunnels and roads being carved out in the toughest terrains of the Himalayan region. Construction projects of roads and tunnels have gained momentum, and efforts to improve the telephone and fiber internet connectivity of border villages has also increased, including Olastang Dras Kargil Leh transmission system. 60 billion has been earmarked for the development of Ladakh for the fiscal year 2020 to 2021. Unlike Jammu and Kashmir, in Ladakh too, the government jobs have been reserved exclusively for locals. Ladakh also got its first central university and a center on Buddhist studies, helping over 10,000 Ladakhi students. Furthermore, a hill station more mesmerizing than the world-famous Davos in Switzerland is being planned in the picturesque landscape between 18-kilometer stretch of Zojila Tunnel in Ladakh and Zedmore Tunnel in Jammu and Kashmir. And now, let's see some recent developments also. Recently, Jammu and Kashmir administration signed 39 Memorandum of Understandings with countries' real estate giants and a major fast food chain in Jammu on 27 December. According to sources, Haldiram, which is famous for its purely vegetarian foods, was aspiring to set up manufacturing and sale units at Jammu, Katra, Surinsar and many other places. Efforts are also underway to finalize the terms and conditions and signing Memorandum of Understanding with countries' top-notch hospitals in near future. On 16 December, Jammu and Kashmir's Administrative Council, headed by Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha, approved establishment of 2 medicities, that is, super specialty hospitals in the private sector. Another recent development, we can see that India and Dubai signed deal to build infrastructure in Jammu and Kashmir. And Dubai-based Emaar Group will develop a shopping mall in Srinagar of 5 lakh square feet. This will be the first significant FDI investment in Jammu and Kashmir. So now we can see that Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh too will also develop as other states and UTs of India. I hope you liked the information about our beautiful union territory Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh, and hope it will become more beautiful after the developments and infrastructure. So this is it for today, and we'll meet you soon with the next video. Thank you for watching, and if you like the video then hit the like button and subscribe the channel. Thank you.